And just had a nice bit of information as well about the man who's currently in sixth position with a 124.445 Digma. And you take a look at, he's a very quick driver, very exciting to watch. He's actually competing, well, my side of things, from the other side of the world. He's over in Australia right now and has waited up until 4 in the morning over there just to do this race, which is a pretty remarkable feat. So as the sun comes up over there, it's coming down over here, and that is an incredible sense of dedication there for Dykema. So massive well done to him to try and manage to stay out that long. I struggled to stay out past 12 o'clock, so to stay out till 4 in the morning and race, that's got to take something special. So we'll see what he can do during the race as qualifying's about to come to a close. There's 4 seconds left on the clock, so I don't think any of the drivers who are currently out on the circuit will get to do another time. No, I think Captain Arrow is just a bit too far away. So a couple of the cars are back to the paddock already. We'll wait and see if there are any late changes in this qualifying lineup and to see how they line up on the grids. Bellina's coming towards the end of his lap. This is the man you want to watch. He's 5 seconds, well, 5/10 of a second away, I should say, from Captain Arrow. And Captain, who's actually bettered his own time. He was only 2/10 up with that threshold, now up to 5. So really has doubled it. Let's see what... Oh, Bellina's gone wide, final corner. Very easy to do. And he saves the car. No, he doesn't. He saves it from a head-on collision. But, by the way, it's ending the session in style, I suppose. So, Bellina's cannot improve. Dimitri now will be the next man to try and take down the dominant Captain Arrow. Can he do so, or is he going to have to try and do it during the 8-lap race? He's got a couple more corners left. He navigates his way through one. And he's going to bump over the final one. Watch for the oversteer kick as well. Can he improve his time? The answer to that question is a resounding no, unfortunately. KKN DP5, Digma 6, also in the pits, Darek, Jim Wally, Victorious, Spatial Dragon, and Litos. So that rounds out your entire qualifying order. I don't believe there are any more hot laps underway. We'll be right back with you very shortly for the 8-lap race of the Mid-Ohio Sports Course. Okay, so welcome back to the first race of the 5 tonight for the Sim Raceway Sunday race-off. 8 laps around the infamous Mid-Ohio Sports Car course. It's going to see these drivers really push to their limits here in the first skill quad race. Don't forget, we've got another one coming up for you just after this in the A race. That'll be a 12-lap race around the course. The final race of tonight ending in 24 laps. But for now, we turn all our attention to those 4 infamous red lights here today. And we're racing in Mid-Ohio. Big slow start at the very back of the field by numerous drivers, but pole sitter Captain Arrow now on the outside. And he can't quite put it on the inside, unfortunately. We'll see what their other drivers can do. Okay, no one's stream wide at turn 1. I was quite surprised by that, in all honesty. And as they come out towards turn number 2 now, take a look at what Giagni's going to do. He's coming under pressure there from Bellinas, I believe. And that's not really going to put him in the best of spirits at all. Bellinas takes a position from him. as they speed their way down the hill. Now Dimitri fancies his turn at the man who qualified in second position. I'll demote him down to fourth. And as a line of what look like to be mini SpongeBob cars navigate their way around the circuit, only one of them has their lights on. A few bits of movement there in the midfield. That's with Dijkma, the man who's being our literally knight in shining armour. Those headlights are on because for him, he's racing in the night, 4 in the morning in Australia. He's going to need some headlights. Now makes his way up to P5 after starting the race in 6th, and not a bad start at all for the Australian. KKND still 6th, Jim Wally 7th. Litos up to 9th or 8th now. That's a very good start for him, having qualified in 12th. The back of the start, Captain Arrow, the man who was so dominant in qualifying by about half a second, has not been able to match that during race pace. They come towards the end of the first lap now. And let's just take a look at how this is going to shape up, because Bolinas chasing another Sunday race off victory. Arrow chasing for that feat which not many drivers can say they've achieved, a race and a victory for your debut. It's a very difficult thing to accomplish, and I'm sure he would love to set himself alongside those, some of the biggest names in the sim race space Sunday race off history. Bolinas goes very late there. They're almost taking him out, in fact. He's got to be quite wary of that. It's the last thing you want to do. You're chasing for first. It's very early on, 8 laps. Not even a quarter of the way into this race yet. Gets a marvellous run though on the way down. Let's see if we go down the outside. Not quite. Arrow very nicely defending that. Forcing Bolinas into the move he didn't want to go on. Oh, Bolinas is spun. Bolinas is off, and that is going to cost him dearly. There was no contact. There was just a lot of oversteer. Very easy, as I said, through that corner. The car goes weightless. He retains 5th from KKND. Dijkma up into P4. So as well, it's a good choice he's waited till for him for this race, because he's not having the race of a lifetime in 4th position. Now we're approaching half race distance. Arrow starting to make a few mistakes actually, in fact, taking a quick look at them. He has made a couple. And only 2 seconds down the road, but he doesn't apologise for something there. What's happened to him now? He's down to P10. What's that contact with Dijkma? It must have been. Dijkma was up into P4, now finds himself in P9. There must be something we're missing. Something has not gone right there. And you have to feel sorry for Dijkma. He gave it all today and it just wasn't enough. He's still got a long way though. It's not over yet. He's still got plenty of time to get himself back into contention. But holding up and now charging in arguably aggravated Bolinas is going to be a very difficult task. And a bit of a lag there for Bolinas. Maybe that's what the issue is. Is it a netcode problem for him? Let's take a look at his on board. He didn't really seem too consistent. Look at Jim Wally round the outside of the final corner. He's got to have momentum. He's also going to get pushed onto the grass. Great fair driving there by both. A little bit of trading paint. But Jim Wally gets the move done. Watch out for the apex. Oh, he's done that beautifully. Very well deserved. But now watch out for KKND trying to come back at the inside. He can't get the room he quite needs to pull the move off, unfortunately. Though he was looking like he could have had that one and snuck up the inside, but to no avail. Now look at Litos in P7 attacking Derek. Does seem like this is going to be the main section for drivers to attack one another. There's one corner right here, so difficult to get right as well. Derek, does he go wide? And he does not break himself. Good pressure by Litos, but unfortunately was not to be in the end. He's going to have to try and retain that momentum and push it on for another few laps and see if he can make him or force an error upon. And as the two drivers now start to really come into their own, you have to wonder, ideally, what Victorious is going to come into this. Normally quite aggressive, normally quite exciting to watch. Down in 8th at the moment. Oh, and the leader's off! Arrow's off! Arrow's made an error, and the reign of terror has come to an end. Giangi and Dimitri, now your two race leaders. This is going to be fun to watch, that's for sure. Let's see what Giangi can do from here, because everyone knows what this guy's capable of. That is a huge off. So that was going into the last corner, and now because of that, Giangi is consequently taking the lead of the race. Dimitri still sitting in P2, but is still struggling a little bit. He's lost a bit of time now. He's about 0.8 seconds behind, as opposed to being right on the tail where he was a few laps ago. Now over halfway stage as well, these drivers only have 4 laps until the end of the race. And now you've got to take a look at what Giangi's doing. He's handling the pressure very well. I believe in his first Sunday race off as well, this could be another contender for that prestigious list of drivers that have won a race on their debut. Dimitri looking to take it from him. He wouldn't be in a bad shout either. When you look at what these guys have to offer, Giangi definitely one of the most exciting prospects in this skill quad that you're not forgetting as well, that this is not just a traditional 500 skill quad, this is 5 to 900, 4 different skill quads in one. And then a B race and an A race still separating the boys from the men. But we're really seeing some manly-like performances here today, some very captivating performances in these early stages. But now the leading quartet are actually quite close together. Only 3.5 seconds separate first from fourth. Jim Morley a further 2 seconds behind. Darak also actually not that far away. The entire field still doing very well. Bellina still trying to chase down Dykeman. That is interesting. Maybe a lot of people are thinking that he could get there a lot quicker or perhaps be a part of this, but unfortunately not. Oh, and Bellina's is off again. Bellina's down in P10. He's having a torrid time out there today. Mid-Ohio has not exactly been the kindest to him. Litos and KKND in battle with Victorious. And taking it back up front, Giagni must have made an error, because now Dimitri's all over the back and Giagni is in a world of trouble. So the leading trio then on the penultimate lap of the race. And now these guys are going to be quite careful. There's only a couple more minutes left to go. They don't want to burn themselves out. They've done very well so far to maintain their focus. In fact, I don't want to put another commentator's curse like last week, but there has not been a single retirement in 6 laps of the 8. So we've still got 2 laps to go, and I know I've probably cursed this now, so if there is a retirement, be sure to blame me. But in all honesty, it's been very exciting to watch. If you take a look at Litos again attacking KKND, that's over P6. Litos getting scarily close now to the back of that Renault Megane. That is really effective at handling itself through the corners. But take a look at the race lead. I think this is a battle we all need to watch now then. We start the final lap. 3 drivers, 2 rookies, and one of them the fastest man during the qualifying session. Dimitri do turn 1. And was that just trying to scare Giagni? It may very well have been, but in doing so, Captain Arrow is going to maybe sense a chance, because he's not that far away at all. But now we really do need to try and be careful as to what's going on, because Dimitri is looking for that lead. He wants it. You can tell Arrow's there as well. Who's going to be the man to really hand on the pressure the best? You don't really want to see Giagni make an error now. He's done tremendously well all race long. Got himself into that position, and due to the early mistake from Captain Arrow, it's put Giagni in a very strong position. He's only got a few more corners to master. And we might be looking at a new Sunday race-off winner, unless Dimitri says otherwise. Just about 4 more corners left to go. And the leading trio is separated by just 0.5 of a second now. Dimitri to the inside. It'll be a lackluster manoeuvre. Be careful. And Arrow almost loses it. I don't know how he kept hold of it. Through the final corner. It's gonna be Giagni who wins it. Second Dimitri, third with Arrow. What a finish, and what composure by Giagni. Give this man a couple of months and he will easily be in the top flight of a Sunday race-off. In fact, the whole top 3 maybe. That was a great job. 4th place for Jim Wally, 5th for Darek, 6th place there for KKND, 7th Litos, 8th Victorious, 9th Dykema, after what must have been a frustrating afternoon for him, a mistake that was not his own fault. Cost him a valuable 4th position. And then the man in 10th, who's had nothing but trouble this afternoon, Belinas. A couple of mistakes, a couple that could have been prevented, and then just a few maybe that couldn't. He'll come home in a less than average 10th, unfortunately, for him. Spatial Dragon, this is what you want to watch. He's going to come through in just a moment's time, and he will be the first Sunday race-off to open in quite some time, which has every single driver finish, which is a field over 10. So, Dragon, you are making history. Every single driver has finished the race. That is a remarkable feat. So, massive well done to all of the participants here today. And don't forget, we've got another race coming up for you back here with these Meganes at Mid-Ohio in just a moment's time. So if you like what you've seen here today, the A race in the 5 to 900 skill quad is coming up very shortly.